Alright, so I am back, and today we're going to take a look at the how are they holding up. And after doing the one on Shockwave here, and then following up with the one on the Cloud9 one here, I was like, man, I really want to take another look at the Fanstoys. So this is the Fanstoys Shockwave. This is the first edition. You can tell because it's got the regular hose instead of the stylized hose. And yeah, so I just got him in last night. For me, I don't know how many. It's probably a week or two after that this is actually going to get put up on YouTube, but yeah. So let's take a look at them. So just right off the bat, I tell you, this purple is so nice. It is just the standard plastic. There's nothing. There's just little tiny paint accents here and there. But it's just this color purple is just so much richer than this. It is like a stark contrast of like the difference between going with a nice rich purple or going with this like almost lavender color. It's so strikingly different that it just like it makes this figure like a whole new thing. Obviously I can't really compare him to the Quake Blast from Cloud9 because I mean he's just the black and gold version, so there's nothing really to write home with, color difference. Obviously he's just not the right cartoon color. So yeah, let's take a look at him, and then we'll see if we can't switch out the arm cannon and maybe the hose, because this is the one from the Cloud9 one. And I'm like, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, but we'll take a peek and see. So head is on, I believe it's a ball peg, or yeah, pretty sure. So you get a little bit down, a little bit up. You get the left and right, little side to side. Nothing too spectacular there. He does have the hinge on the torso there, and a ratchet out as well. So good range of motion on the arms. Bicep swivel, double bend elbow. Wrist swivels. Each finger is got 2 points of articulation, starting with a pin and then just kind of friction joints for the bottom ones, and then the ball peg for the hand or thumb. If anyone out there has the colored version of these hands and gun and they would like to sell them to me, please let me know, because this copy did not come with them. It's just a clear plastic and I do not like it. I don't like the clear plastic. I've said it 100 times. I think it's just I don't know why they did that. It just doesn't make sense to me. But I mean, I'm the rest of the figure is so much better than other versions of Shockwave that I'm okay with it. I'll live with it. Waist swivel. The hips ratcheted up, ratchet back, friction out to the side. Thigh swivel here. Another thigh swivel below the knee. Ratcheted knee. Rocker. And a little bit of toe tilt and heel tilt. So some loose joints going on here. Now this one, like, I tried to collapse the legs, so I don't know if, and there's like little stress marks here. So I don't know if the person that had this copy before me, maybe just they glued things into place, or something to try and tighten things up, because like, for example, this shoulder here was really hard to move, and then it just like snapped and then it started moving. It was really scary. So I wonder if like they had glued it together or something. I definitely have this feel that this has been repaired a little bit throughout the ages. This on the packaging or the instruction sheet, it says 2012. So this is a 10-year-old figure and one of the first third-party masterpieces. So, I mean, I would recommend this for nothing more than just it's like a historic piece, because it is essentially the first full masterpiece figure that a third-party company has created. So that alone sets him aside from all others. But how well does he hold up? As is, let's see, here he is with Prime. And I kind of put it close to the same category. Let me set him here and Prime here. I kind of put it in the same category as the Dinobots. That, like, if you have an older, like, MP10 or something like that, it's going to fit better. Especially since he's got, like, the chrome on the side here, stuff like that. But it's also not bad with Modern Masterpiece Collection either. It ain't. It's pretty good. The rich purple fits with the more modern colors too. Yeah, they're using flatter colors. This is still a flatter purple, but it's just not lavender. I mean, somebody posted on this video that that the toy color version of this guy, which was a darker purple, is also cartoon accurate. If you go look up, let's see, let me just pull it up. G1 Shockwave. Oh. So it's a much darker purple. It's not even coming off very well in the phone, but it's almost like a blue in the phone. But this is actually like almost spot on. And that one's just a lot lighter. I'm trying to see, like, you know, just it's not coming off very well in the phone to the camera. But if you look it up, like, this is a much darker purple here. It's actually very close to that. Yeah. Pretty much everything I'm seeing is about the same. It's just... Yeah. So this Shockwave, the Shockwave is actually very inaccurate, and also because he has next to no paint accents, he's very plain, and he doesn't feel as, he doesn't have that same oomph, you know. He's a lot lighter. He's, you know, it's just like years later, you know, I'm still going back to like my war video, and I can't remember who won that, and I think it was Cloud9 just because of the cost. But, you know, it's just like, in comparison, it's almost like there is no comparison. The best thing that this thing had going with it is the fact that it has both the clear and solid color hands. That's it. I definitely think that this guy is still a very viable masterpiece style figure. So yeah, and the reissues are going to be better because they improved some things. So let's oh, and then you can also take this piece here off and close that up, much like the Cloud9 did, and have a cleaner back. So it's kind of up to you. I kind of actually like the backpack on him because it kind of just looks good, whereas like he looks good without it. He just seems more solid with it. So, alright, so let's get to work. Let's see here. First off, let's fix this arm. So, there we go. First thing we want to do is undo these screws here. Now this copy also did not come with screws, so it took me a while to find the appropriate screws for him that seemed like they fit. I need to take the metal one out too? I don't think so. But we will see what happens. It's always a challenge doing this through the camera. You know? It's like it would have been much easier just to do it. And then do I take this out? There we go. Alright. There's the hose. Set this off to the side. Disconnect this. Pull this assembly here out. Alright, now we got pieces everywhere. So let's see. Now we can take this piece here. Let me let the dog in. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, let's see. Let's undo these little screws. I just kind of popped them in there to make sure that they fit. I had to take some screws out of Fanstoys Grimlock head. The alternate head. So it's like, oh, I didn't need them anyway. And then the forearms of MP Rodimus. Hot Rod. The Hasbro version. So it's like, oh, yeah, at least he has some use. Alright, so take that off. This would go here. And then we want to put this here, but... Okay, so that's a problem. Is it not? Okay, there it goes. Alright, so now I need to make this judgment call. Do I... Because it didn't come with an alternate one of these. So, what do I do here? So this just... I would just do that, okay. So, yeah. Do I cut the wires? Or do I do the swivel? Because I believe the other one came with the, like an alternate one of these, so you didn't have to make that decision, so. There you go. There's my decision. I don't like light ups anyway. There we go. Alright. Done is done. So now we can just slide this piece here in. And then this piece here will go on. And then we're going to use the two big screws that we got from the first one. And these seem a little tight, so probably a little too big for it. And then we'll take these two little ones that we took off of Grimlock. Put those guys in there. Tight in there. There we go. There we go. Alright, now this will go across or over this, so you just kind of want to decide when you put it on. Like if you go this way, then the screws will be on the inside and the hose will be on the top. Okay, so if we want the hose on the bottom in robot mode, we just rotate that around like this. Just like that, so that the hose would come out the bottom. So now normally we would just plug this in, but we're gonna see if we can't work this out, because that's too small there. And it's almost too big here. But we'll see what we can do here. You know, it's very interesting that they actually recycled some wire, some just regular wire for this, because there is a metal piece in there, so it is like a copper wire, but there's no electronics that go from the forearm to the back. So it's strange that they did that that way. All right, now let's see if we can't clear this out here. I know it's not a very fun video watching me mess with things, but you guys did want to have a repair bay. See, it's like the same exact size. So how am I gonna get this to work? Let's see here. There you are. This might be handy. Let's see what we've got. I got all sorts of fun tools here. We will figure this out. So this is an Army Painter drill kit. And I guess this one's about the right size. Well, it's a little small, actually. That's the biggest one. This one a little bigger. This one's bigger. will get us started at least. So you take this guy and plug it in here. Like that. Then you take this guy and we'll screw this back on. Maybe go this way. Yeah. You take this goes in here. Take your top here, this will screw on, that tightens everything down. Then you can actually open up this back piece here, and this is the smaller one, so you have the little bits too. You can just pop this in here. Now we can take this and just go to the bottom here. Actually, we'll go to the top and we'll just start drilling it out a little bit. Too big. So let's see how this fit in here. Okay, so as long as we don't really compromise too much of the bottom ring, we're good. So let's see. Let's get some clippers. Got some clippers and some glue just in case. Actually, this will probably be a better solution here. Alright, and we got my saw. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take off a section of this plastic here. Actually, the clippers might be a better way to do it. Weaken it up where we're going first. There we go. I'm going to take our razor blade. I'll clean that up a little bit. Now, obviously, you should cut away from yourself, so don't. So you're gonna end up cutting yourself, but that's just the way I've always done it. Okay, so now what we can do is clear this. See how there's that little inside plastic ring? We're gonna try and trim that out. It's just really hard to do that with the camera. I'm gonna have to do this off camera. I'm gonna pause this real quick so I can do this. Okay, so that was a pain in the butt. So I had to carve this piece here out where it plugged in as well. I figured I'd just go ahead and keep carving while I was working on it. And see, it's not in there as well as I want. But basically, just kind of get that back in there. Yeah, I'm going to have to keep working on that one a little bit. But this one's pretty good. Pretty locked in there. So now what we would want to do is take your arm piece here, get it back on. I did nick myself a little bit. And then we can just pop this in here, close this up. Just like that. And that one's pretty well in there, and I didn't have to use glue or anything, so that's nice. And then we can just pop these little screws in here. Give me a little screwdriver. There we go. And then once we get this hose back up in here, let's plug it in here for now. We'll have the better hose with the better arm that will rotate for transformation. Just like that. And it's on there pretty good. So, alright. So, final assessment on this guy. How well does he hold up? I would say surprisingly well for being as old as he is and being one of the first third-party masterpiece figures. I would give it a... if you can get the reissue, that's going to be better. I know those go for quite a bit of money. I think they're in the high twos, high 200s. But I definitely think, if you still have him or you have an opportunity to get him for a pretty good price, I still think it's a pretty good figure. So I'm going to give him a 8 out of 10. I still think he's phenomenal still. And if you get the Cloud 9 version, purple version, I think you're also going to be pretty solid there. Hopefully the quality will be better than my black version, which as we know, broke on me, or actually broke on the original seller, and that's why I was able to get it for a good price. But past that, yeah, I think he's still a pretty good figure. I do recommend him, and I like I said, for nothing more than him just being the earliest example of third party as a masterpiece. It's just for being this age, it's pretty good. And like I said, if anybody's got the solid color hands out there and they prefer color hands or the clear hands, and they wouldn't mind parting ways with the solid colors, let me know. Maybe we can work out a deal or something. But other than that, I think it's a good figure. I do recommend him. And I guess that's all I got.